Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Old School with you here. It is time for some more Disney Infinity, and once again, we are under construction. All right. As the title says, we're getting to the home stretch here for the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone build that I've been working on, which seems like forever. In some work that I did off stream, or attempted to do off stream, as you guys know if you've watched this series, the main map is just maxed out in memory, so things aren't quite working right anymore, replayers aren't replaying, things like that. So I didn't really want to do this. I was going to do it as a last resort. I don't have a choice now, so I'm going to have to do certain segments in only portions of the map, meaning deleting the rest of the map. So we'll be copying the map, and then in certain different scenes, we're going to have to cut away and things like that. So you'll see what that means right now. We'll jump into our toy box saves. I will keep the complete map as it were. And at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, that'll be a standalone toy box, more for just kind of wandering around. I'm going to take a lot of the logic out of it that's in there currently. So it'll just be a map alone, and I'll probably have some enemies just pop up that you can fight or something like that to make it its own little thing. We have done a Hogwarts winter map. I don't know if I want to show you that yet, though. I might want to keep that as a secret. Then we've got the Hogwarts, and that's what we're going to be working off of. So let's talk about how this is going to work out. The first scene is going to be the train to Hogwarts, which will then take us to Diagon Alley. From Diagon Alley, we will go to Hogwarts. In particular, we're going to go to... We're going to probably leave the whole map intact for this one, and I'm hoping it'll cooperate. And in doing that, it will let us take the mission on to go over to the Quidditch arena. So from there, we will go to the Quidditch match. From Quidditch, we'll go back to Hogwarts, and this will be where I start scaling them down. You'll go to Hogwarts and debating how I want to do this part. I'll figure that part out. There's a couple of things you have to still do in the main map. I'm not quite sure how I want to work it all in yet, so that'll come. So I think the best thing right now would be to go here. We'll copy this, and then we'll start dissecting it. So in this case... we're going to... I'm thinking here. For this part, we may use this to discover the Cloak of Invisibility is what I'm thinking, which is in the Observatory Tower, right next here to the Great Hall. Eunice is here. Hello. Vance is here. Hello. Chronome is here. Hello. Eunice is getting to bedtime. I understand, man. I understand. We got that time differential. As always, happy to see you here, though. My analytics is not acting properly. What's going on with that? That's interesting. I trust everybody's having a good day. Oh, there it goes. Poof. Had an interesting day thus far. Had a telephone job interview, which has now led to a video interview on Wednesday. So, hopefully something may materialize with that. I do have a B plan.
I'm Sabine Wren, pride of Mandalore and a whole lot more.
Did I go through the box? Ooh, close. Okay. Boom. Excuse me. Alright, so for this, what we're going to do is a couple of things. Oh, this still has logic in it, does it? Let me see. Which part was this one doing? Oh, no, no, no. We got issues. Oh, I probably have the disc on the base is what the problem is. So let me take that off. Let me just check real quick. I want to see which connection this is. This is not the winter one, by the way. It's just the Sky Dome disc was still on there. And this is going to Quidditch. I'm going to say probably. Where is that going to? It could be an oopsie. Like I said, it's been maxed out. You can see the memory up there on the top right. It's toast. I mean, either way, this is going bye-bye here, but I just wanted to know which one. Okay, it does some zigzaggy stuff, but yeah, it's a Quidditch. All right, well, that's gone. At least for this moment. And while we're at it, let's put the proper Sky Dome down here, shall we? Properties, Sky Dome, and I'm trying to remember what I was using. Probably a Scottish Island. And we'll just get rid of that as well. Now what we had done, and I don't see it happening now, which is a little confusing to me, is we had put Obi-Wan in here as... Eunice, you're fine? Well, thank you. Good to hear that. We'd put Obi-Wan to sit in as Dumbledore. But I don't see Obi-Wan at the moment, unless he wandered somehow, even though he was set not to move, and he was kind of stuck behind the table. However, if it didn't load in properly, so far as order-wise, he could wander, but I don't see him here anymore. But that's all good. Alright, so what we're going to do for this one now, we're going to come down here, if I can find it. And up a little. Going to get rid of all this logic. This is all for the flags, and that will be on a partial build. I'm just going to get rid of that as well. Where am I? Getting turned around. Bam. Let's see. Get rid of that one. Alright, so that should give us a little bit of logic back. Not much, but a little. Very little. Okay, and let me just check something out here. So again, I'm not sure where I was at, but it looks like we're good. Okay. So the cloak of invisibility is going to be right in here. And once the player steps in, there'll be a trigger box there with some text to let them know what they have found and what it's good for. Papa H, how are you, my friend? Thank you, sir. The winter version is also done. I'll have that up in a few minutes here. Kind of what we discussed back when I was building this thing. The memory topped out, and a lot of the replayer stuff wasn't working right. So I'm going to keep the main map, the full map, for the fly-ins and stuff like that, and for some of the small little moments in this. But then I'm going to have to delete a lot of the map for other issues. For other challenges, more or less. But it'll all be good in the end. Floating candles, too. Yeah, I would have put more in if I had realized there were that many of them in the actual thing. Of course, that would have ate memory as well, because they're interior pieces. I'm telling you, I have maxed it out for one level. It's not loving me very much right now. And I'm looking it over, trying to figure out what I can get rid of and what has to stay. Not quite sure what the answer is to that yet. But I do need to get a couple of little things done in the main map to make that something to visit. Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to have to do now for the purposes of the storyline. It won't make it through one. But that's okay, because by doing that, it'll allow me to do more with, the laboratory over here or the school. Because right now, it's just a hollowed-out interior, because I couldn't put any more blocks down without just juicing it out. So if I'm going to end up segregating part of this map off here, like if this is all going to disappear on this side, which I'm not sure what's disappearing yet. So I got to figure this out. It'll happen. It will happen. All right, so we're kind of going to go in order. So our first thing is going to be to come here. And we're going to get the challenge here. I'm going to get rid of these guys. I was trying to figure a ghost thing out, and I have an idea, but with the memory being locked up the way it is, I really can't do much with it yet. That said, I will do probably an exclusive Great Hall segment, which will actually have characters hopping up and down the chairs and things like that. And for that, I can probably do the ghost. Yeah, that Avengers thing is a pretty massive project as well. You know what? You'd be surprised how much you could actually do with logic. Just watch some videos, man. There's a bunch of them out there. Even some of my stuff, I usually talk you. If you go through my older stuff, I'm a little bit less doing it nowadays because by now I figure people have seen all, done all. But if you look at my older videos, I talk you through what I'm doing. Professor Toybox has a ton of really good tutorial stuff out there. And even in the description box down below this video, it has the old Disney TV programming link, and from there's a whole bunch of tutorials as well. Doesn't have to be extraordinary logic. You can keep it simple. All right, first things first, let me see if I can get Obi-Wan back in the game. I need him to be properties. I need him to be taking on the role of Dumbledore. If I can grab him. And he generally gets stuck here. He's going to try and wander off. That's just what he always does. But because... Oh, there's the other one. I knew I'd put one in here. Well, that's going to create a problem then because... Whoa, what just happened there?
Gundark, I smell.
Excuse me. Hold on, I'll try this one more time. Because getting these guys to situate themselves and remain that way, not so easy. Now, I might have to use him through a replayer, but the problem is the replayers right now are not working too well.
Yes, can I help you?
Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Take all the likes we can get. What, is he gone again?
Good to meet you.
Problem is, even though you tell him to stand still, he probably really won't. There's something about the cast members where they don't always behave the way you tell them to. Could easily put a locator in there as well. Not a locator, but a path creator. But I don't know that he will abide by it. And as you can see, I'm already getting my system memory warning. And there was no other characters that I saw that I felt were going to make a good Dumbledore. You're killing me, Smalls. How do we want to attack this one? I don't know. He won't stay behind the table. Like I said, even if I do a replayer, it won't work. Funny thing is, when I did this the other day, he did stay behind the table. Now, I understand as the toy box loads in, how does that happen? All right, let me try something different, just for fun. Oh, he's going to walk to that spot because that's the spot he was at when I was able to get him to stop moving.
Now then, what can I do to help?
All right, so if we're going to play that game, let me try this. There's always a way to outsmart them. Let's go here. Shrink this down a bit. And if you're not familiar, this is the scalable barrier block, which basically is an object that you cannot pass through, but it's invisible. And of course I can't exactly center it the way I want to, so let me make that a little wider, and hopefully he'll stay somewhat in the middle of that while I tweak out the rest of it. Oops. See, in is half in. Properties, stand still. And now if I get rid of the box, here's hoping. And then I put him back down again. He may actually just stay put.
Master Qui-Gon? Ah, I see.
What's cool with them is even when they're standing still, they'll face the character that's talking with them.
Yes, can I help you?
See how he turns to stay with Sabine?
Hi there.
Alright, well that worked.
Sabine Wren, rebel, Mandalorian, and artist. That makes me a triple threat.
Jar Jar's the worst for wandering. I'm really hoping our mods put Jar Jar in as a playable character so we can just shoot the crap out of him. Alright, so Obi-Wan is now at least somewhere where I can use him. Let me see. What else can I get rid of? I had a door down here, which I didn't get around to using. Is it attached to anything? Yes. So let's get rid of that door. And that box. Because that will be its own separate. And try to see, is there anything else on this side? We have Haggard now over here, and we're not going to need his logic either. If it's down here, I don't know. Yep, we can get rid of that. Because that will also be a separate build. Alright, let's see if we can get this to cooperate now that I've deleted some stuff. The door is in there because that's the only thing I've got that can run text at the moment. I am planning on picking up the Disney Infinity 3.0 Ultimate Edition on Steam in the not-too-distant future because our mod friends have done such an amazing job of getting things like Peter Pan back in the game, or not back in the game, he was never in the game, but he was about to be. And they have been able to put him in, as well as Doctor Strange and a whole bunch of other characters. So for that reason alone, I'm going to actually get my first ever PC game. BB ignores the standstill. Well, he did it in the movie too, didn't he? BB's always his own man. All right, let's get our locator, dynamic trigger. That needle's still low enough where this should be okay. I hope. New locator connection will be connected here. And then I'm going to go down my checklist. So the target will be the locator, not the toy. The distance, we'll set that to 5, which will get you closer. And then, new logic connection. Whenever that 5 steps is entered by player any, then we change the level. I'm going to sink it right below the table here. And then we bounce back up here to the top. We want that locator to go right on top of Obi-Wan, who will hopefully appear there each and every time. One other thing I'll probably need is a radar marker. Which we will also connect to the same locator, new locator connection. Pow. Now what's going to turn this on is way back here when we spawn in and go through this box. New logic connection whenever entered by player any. We will activate the toy and go to our properties and decide what we want. First off, we want the location to be at the connector, or the locator. And then you can make it whatever you want up here. I'm going to go with the yellow ring just to be different. Custom character creator. Can you imagine? That would be amazing. All right, Eunice. The Hulk would shoot the Hop's head. There you go. That would be absolutely amazing. All right. I think that's all good, right? Right? So that'll turn it on. And then... logic connection. When we enter that area again with any player, we will deactivate. And then over here, let's see. Not sure what I put in on this particular text. I think this is okay to go the way it is. I'm going to leave that there. And if this works, then that's it for this box. We're done.
How can an old hermit help you today?
Now that you're here, I think we need to test your abilities. Try a game of Quidditch. You'll be able to locate it on your map. Once you've done that, why don't you see Haggard? Alright, so we don't have the locator for Quidditch because I took that out. Do I want to add it back in? We're going to give it a shot. All right, let me bury this. How could you mash up a Harry Potter? My God, you guys are having too much fun thinking about the different ways you can dismember Disney Infinity Cast. And I like that. All right. Let's see. I'm definitely going to have to... How close am I? We'll be all right, I think. We'll have another of those. And let's see how I want to do this. New logic connection when entered by any player. Shoop. Then we will activate that. And in the meantime, we want to go to our properties one more time. And this time we'll go with a blue ring. How's that? And again, it doesn't want to be the toy, it wants to be at the locator. Alright, and this has to go all the way over to the Quidditch arena. Far, far across the land. I had not heard that about Disney Infinity allowing you to mix character parts. I'm actually a little surprised to hear about that. I would think that from the IP standpoint, they'd be a little concerned about messing with things like that. We can get rid of that one. And is the door still here? The door is still here. And let's make sure it is set to go where I need it to go. Quidditch, that's it. Okay. So then all I need now, I guess this is good. New logic connection when this door is opened. Or is that already set? Oh, it's already set. We're good. All we needed was the locator. And it'll send you to the Quidditch match. So this is now done. And I didn't have to gut it. But for some of the other ones, I definitely will have to. Bring this down here.
What next, I wonder?
Kick out of that. Take that out.
So, my name's Sabine. How about you?
Now, we gotta be careful here. I'm gonna save. This is going to be a new save. This will be the Hogwarts Arrival. We'll save that. Moaning Myrtle. Yeah. Yeah, I would probably use Sadness for that, wouldn't you? With the little ghost effect. I'm Moaning Myrtle. That voice, my God, went right through you. Skylanders already had the ability to mix and match your characters? I didn't know that. I never played Skylanders. I almost got into it when Infinity closed down, but then Skylanders closed down closely after that. So I said, never mind. Wasn't going to invest in a whole bunch more figures just to collect dust, as they say. Yeah, I think Sadness is Myrtle's a hit. Thing is, I don't have any bathrooms in here, and I guess if I'm going to gut some of the map out, I can maybe make something for it. I don't know. We'll see. It's not like we don't have interior pieces that could easily do it. Swap Force. Now, that sounds like something that's interesting. Like I said, it was something I definitely considered for a period of time when this game was winding down and we had an end date on it, and Skylanders made it seem like they were going to continue on, but I kind of had the feeling they weren't, and then I'm glad I went with that feeling because clearly they didn't. So, all right, so this is done. That's going to take us to Quidditch. And then from Quidditch, we're going to come back here. Now the question is, here where? Okay, got us. I got us. We're going to load. Might as well go with this one, because we didn't take anything out off the map. And the logic's already gone, so we don't have to do that over again. Eunice is back. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that. And at least if I'm gutting parts of it out, then I can put that in. I can even have the flushing sound effect. From the toy box door to the toilets. All right. So now we are going to come back from the Quidditch into this, which means I don't need really any of this stuff on this side of the map. However, I'm going to try and only get rid of things that will be out of view anyway from there. Because from here, what do I want to do? I might be able to do more than one thing on this map now. Somebody subscribed to me and the ping was so loud I was mortified. That's a good problem to have, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah, the staircase itself gives you options. The problem is I only have the one staircase in. And then I have another one in the chamber. But I'm going to see. Like I said, I'll be able to flesh out the observatory a little bit better, and the classes as well. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is take our base and move that over to Quidditch. Then I've got to figure out what I want Haggard to send them on. I mean, eventually, yes, it's going to be towards the... Why is that already showing up on the map? It shouldn't be showing up yet. I didn't go through there, did I? And even if I did, it shouldn't be up. Come back over here. This will not even exist. This can all go away for this one. That will be closed. And let's see. Does Haggard have... Has nothing. Okay. So we just need a locator for... Well, I'll tell you what. Before we get to that, let me start deleting some of the stuff on the back side that will likely not be needed or visible. So what we can do is put a barrier wall up in here to prevent you from entering. And And then I can pretty much gut the heck out of the interior here. In any way I want to. Just get rid of all this stuff. Which should definitely free up some memory. Take the windows too, I guess. I'll leave those there. What the heck? How much should I put a little bit of a dent in it? And I'm not going to need that much, really. But let's see. I suppose if you had a flying character, you'd be able to get in, but you're not going to have a flying character, so. Oh, logic connection? Don't want logic connection. We're good. Alright, so you're not going to get in there. What else we got going on down here? What is this? Sound effects. Oh. This was for the... I forgot there were sound effects and stuff to it, but all gone now. Take that out. Try and keep the map intact as much as I can get away with. Good enough. And then, how are we doing? Alright. Let's see what that buys us. Not going to need the camera anymore, although it's already dead. So we can take the path and the camera out. Bye-bye. And that's gone. Okay. Cast a town person as Neville and make him faint. Make a mini game out of it. That's thinking, man. That's thinking. Sprout in a pot. That's funny. I actually like the fainting thing. I think that's pretty funny. Okay, so once again, we're coming here. We're going to go to Haggard. Haggard's going to tell us... What's he going to tell us? Nothing yet, because there's no door. Okay, let's go... We got the locator already. I need... Oh, don't be giving me warning labels after every thing I just deleted. Give me a break. I'll take that. And I will take... Dynamic trigger. And a door. New logic connection. Nope, try it again. New locator connection, that's what I want. Right there. And right there. Let's go here, go to our properties once again. The target will be the locator, not the toy. The distance will go to 5. Logic says whenever it's entered by... Nope, nope, nope. Try it again. Whenever entered by player any... Go and change the level. New logic connection again. Whenever entered by player any... We will deactivate. Then here, go to properties. Voldemort? I don't think so. Not that I've ever noticed. I'm sure there's some white-faced ones, though. There's some weird ones in the Guardians, and there's also a couple more in the regular, like 1.0 townspeople from Toy Story that are kind of, yeah, you know. All right, Eunice, sleep well, buddy. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Grown home. You're a funny guy, man. All right, so the destination, I'm going to change that up. Yeah, I mean, it's huge, man. It does look a little like a playset, I suppose. And this is something we were talking about the other day. It's like right now Warner Brother owns Avalanche Studios. They own this game, not the characters in it, but everything else, the technology. And Warner Brothers owns Harry Potter. Can you imagine the freaking game they could make? Turning this game into a Harry Potter, or Warner Brothers for that matter, because you got Bugs Bunny, the Roadrunner, Daffy Duck, and all those characters. Come on, man. It's right there. I'm amazed that nobody's done that, especially with the Harry Potter part. That's just wow. It would blow up, man. It would just sell off the shelves. All right, new toy box. It'll be an empty toy box that we're never going to go to unless we hit the wrong button by accident. And now we meet Haggard. Well done. Because you've just won your Quidditch match. Uh-huh. And then we're going to save that. Like I said, we're never going to use the toy box for anything. It is just there for text. All right, Papa, take care, buddy. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. You guys got to check out his channel if you haven't already done that, man. We've got a 4-way special event coming up, probably somewhere near the first week of November for all of you guys. Myself, Professor Toybox, 72 Pringle, and Papa H have decided to create our own individual time challenges. And we're going to post our videos the same day, and you'll get some advance notice here. Or you can join us on our Discord channel for Disney Infinity. We're going to post our videos on the same day, and then you guys will be invited to vote on which one you like the best. A little friendly competition among creators. And then, of course, if you like them, you can go and create your own. We'll show you a little behind the scenes on how we created the toy boxes that we run. Now, I got a sneak peek already at what Professor Toybox had in mind, and already created my version of his. But I will not post that until after everyone else's stuff is up. But plenty to come in the month of November. We're going to be busy. There we go. All right, so that's all down there now. Locator set there. What we need to do is turn on the locator. And for that, so once again, want to be a little careful with this, because the fact that I'm going to be coming into this toy box from another toy box, if I am inside that trigger area up front, it won't register me as entering it. So I'm going to make sure it's right in front of the base so that I have to step into it, run at the length of the field. New logic connection as soon as it is entered by player any. We will come back up here. We will activate. And let's make sure property set. Again, not the toy. You have to make sure it says the locator. And let's go back to yellow. This time we'll just go with a... Actually, take it back. Let's go with a question mark. And realistically, what we could also do is have it on. In which case we don't need this. And anything we can save in the way of memory at this point is a plus. Alright, so let's just see how that's working right now. Thank you so much, Chronom. I appreciate you, buddy. And I agree, it would be cool as heck for Warner Brothers. Did I not turn that off? Thought I did. Oh, I didn't go through the box, that's why. Wait a minute. There is no box. So the question is, can I just set it to... No, I don't think I can. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-dum. Alright, well, here's what you can do. Fun fact. Let's get a little further away from the door. It won't register you as entering. However, exiting it will work. New logic connection, whenever exited by player any. Close. So if somebody decides, hey, let me go back, you're not going back. But we do have this nifty little question mark here. Let's go see what's happening. Then we get close by, and well done. I think it would be best if you were to explore the observatory. Rumor has it that the legendary cloak of invisibility is there somewhere. And you just back out. And then at that point, I probably have to put a timer down because unlike the normal text box, it doesn't quite work the same way here. And that'll send you back over this way to go looking for the cloak, which, as I mentioned earlier, is upstairs. The main thing that's affected when you have maxed out a lot of memory is going to be things along... did I ever close that in? Thought I did. Is going to be replayers for the most part. Most of your time events and things like that will generally function. If you have too many enemies at that point in time, that can get a little hectic. That can definitely whack out a little bit. Alright, so over here then, that'll send us up to here, and then I'll tell you what, while I'm here, let me continue my trek. I was afraid of. Okay. This is good. I don't like that collision effect there, but we'll presume it was an evil force stopping you from getting in. How's that? And then that'll send us up here and upstairs. So before we get there, though, let me... I'm going to take this and drop it right in the entryway to where the cloak is. Okay. And we'll bounce out here real quick. Gonna need another door. And as usual, we're going to need the radar. Locator. And the dynamic. No, we don't need the dynamic trigger. Just the radar. Once again, go into our properties quickly, make sure we put it to locate. We'll stick with the blue this time. So let's make it a blue question mark. How's that? And this will go here. Logic connection whenever it is entered by player any. We will deactivate it. New logic connection whenever it is entered by player any. Change the level. And then the level properties. Once again, we're going to bring in a new toy box, even though we're not going to use it for anything. The reason I put these little parentheses on the beginning and the end of whatever sentence I put in is because travel to will always show up. There's nothing you can do about that. So this kind of separates it out. I'm actually wondering, do I need this? Yeah, I don't. What I'm going to do instead of the door, which probably uses more memory anyway. Put a narrator in there. How's that? New logic connection whenever entered. By player any. What do we want? Success? Nope. Awesome, fantastic. Fantastic. What the heck? That lets you know that you found it. Real quickly. Need to turn that on. I'll turn that on. New logic connection, whenever entered by player any. Activate. And as a general setting, it's off already, okay. Take that one down there. Now my next question is, where do I want to go from here? And I'm thinking the answer... How's my memory? I'm still okay. Back to Hagrid or somebody else? Maybe somebody else. Let's see. Who do we like? You know, like a teacher or a professor from the school type person. Yeah, it almost looks like Snipe, doesn't it? Or Snape. That works. Now, unlike the cast members, these guys will actually stand still. And then, let's see, what else? More text and dialogue, right? Let me see if this is all hooked up to go. Looks like it should be, yeah. Alright, so I need, first off, to deactivate this box. And we'll hope that this works. No, I tell you what, we'll just go with the sure thing. New logic connection. Whenever it is entered. In case somebody has wandered around and already located this. It will be deactivated until such point where they're told to go to it. Okay, back to creativity time. Locator will connect to that. Locator will connect. No, not to that. Sorry. I need a dynamic trigger. The dynamic trigger is basically the same thing as a trigger area. The only difference being is that you won't see a square. It'll be located next to whatever locator you attach to it. And it's more of an orb. So, generally speaking, when you put in your dimensions of how far away an area is active, and I've been using the number 5, for example, so that's 5 steps in any direction. Well, with this, it's 5 steps in any direction in a globe, more or less, in a circular pattern, if that makes sense, as opposed to the square. New locator connection, POW. We will need these both off. Until new logic connection whenever exited by player. Any. Taking a chance on that. Off. This should already be default. It is, and then let's go to locator, and we'll go with the blue, simple and plain. And we'll turn it on. What do you think? Or did I already do that? Let's go to the trigger area. Okay. I'm going to go over to Haggard one more time. Actually not. We don't want it yet because he hasn't found. It'll be after. This is going to do what? Oh, yes. And I got you. After he finds this. Let's just go up to the box. New logic connection whenever entered by player any. We'll activate this. New logic connection. When it's activated, we'll also turn that on. And then finally, whenever it's entered, change the level. That should do it. Thank you, brother. I am too now. Hopefully it'll work. Max that thing out a little bit, but we'll see. Appreciate you popping back in. You crazy. Okay, so now we've got the cloak. Let's see. Gotta get my train on its tracks. Let's go here. Heading over here. Yes, I understand now. Save. Now, if this is going to send us to the chamber, Then we come back. We've got the stone. We've already had our boss battle pretty much. Maybe I'm going to have to come up with something else because I want us to come back and have it be winter. We'll figure that out here separately. Okay, dropping down. Get up there. So we're going to save this one. So Hogwarts after... after Quidditch. Alright, then we're going to run through it real quick, make sure everything is working properly, and I'm going to jump out real quick and see what was delivered. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Did that save? Or is it still saving? Oh my goodness, that's a long time. So we did Hogwarts Arrival. And this is Hogwarts. Let me see. After Quidditch. Okay. So these are all just going to link one to the next and bring you back. So what we're going to do now is basically start from where we would start in the game. Or more accurately, in this level. Okay, so let's see how everything goes. Right now, nothing's live on the map. Why is that? I think I had his automatically set. New logic connection. Whenever exited by player. Any. Activate. Of course, now I gotta save it again. Oh. After Quidditch. Should save a little faster on the second go around because it's already got all the bulk in there. There we go. And as long as this all plays through correctly, that'll probably be a wrap for this stream. But let's see how this goes because things happen. And that just leaves us returning in the winter. And we'll do some sort of celebration for that, I guess. I don't know. That might be the big one. And I see. I'll figure it out. Got to tie in the winter toy box somehow. I will come up with a reason. Yeah, that one saved much faster. Okay, there he goes. Meantime, the other question mark has already appeared on the map. It'd be best if you were to explore the observatory. Rumor has it the legendary cloak of invisibility is there somewhere. Thank you so much. And now we have our question mark. And we will go find it. I really do wish this wasn't such a wide open space, but due to memory constrictions, and that didn't go off. That's great. We don't want it to go off yet. Hopefully nobody does anything silly like throw the guy around. I guess I should have made him as the locator. getting closer. Staircase. Uh-oh. I must have deleted something. Uh-oh. Oh no, was that what the buttons were over here with the sound effects and all that? I bet you that was it. Okay. That sucks. It worked on that, though. It turned that block on, so... I feel like this should be doing the same for that, though. Let's just see. New logic connection, whenever entered. Player any, because we're going to have to reload it in to fix it. On. Alright, let's try it again. There it goes. So we lost our sound effects, we gotta put that back in. Everything else is fine.
Fantastic.
There's that. So now we have the cloak. And now we have another exclamation point on the map. Let's just shortcut this. There's a big blue locator mark right there, isn't it? See that from across the planet. And where he wasn't active before, he is still not active now. Let's figure. So we're gonna need to add the sound effects back over there. And did I not connect the door? Okay. It is connected. And the locator, not the locator. I don't think I did it. Yeah, I don't think I turned it on. New logic connection when activated. Oh, I stand corrected. It looks like it is. Maybe. Yeah. When activated, it's on. New logic connection. Whenever it's entered by player, any. I'm confused. What's wrong? Entered by any. Change level. Let's try something here. Get rid of it. New logic connection. Whenever entered by player, any. Change level. Okay, that makes me think then that the other problem is maybe we forgot to locate it. Oh, that's not happening. In that case, maybe we forgot to go to properties. That's it. And we forgot to put it on the locator and set it to 5. That's what we did. Alright, so that's what we got to go back and fix after reloading. So the sound effects. There we go. That's below Hogwarts. Read from the Book of Spells for guidance. So now for... And then we've got to turn that off as well. Then you'll have to figure out on your own that there is a little exploring to do. So when you get to the book... Oh, it's a replayer, so that may be a problem. Oh, I also haven't turned that on. That's going to be the bigger problem. Okay. Alright, we got some technical stuff to do here. Let's bounce out and bounce back in. Told you it wasn't quite done yet. Alright. Load. Saved. Hogwarts after Quidditch. Alright, here we go. Quidditch Arena looks pretty pathetic with nothing going on in it. Almost feel like I should at least paint the white line down. The white line down.
It hasn't even been a day and you're back. All right.
Alright, let's, I'm gonna save the sound effects for last. That's easy. All of it's easy. It's just timing. Okay. So back here we needed to go to our properties, turn this over to the locator, and change that to 5. And what else? Let me just see something here. No, that's properties. Don't want that. New locate logic, whatever it's entered. We'll deactivate it. Okay, that'll take care of that part. And then, new logic connection again. Whenever entered by player, any. We will activate that, which will then set everything else into motion that we need. And then that should send us down to here. And here we need a trigger. Are we backwards somehow? We are backwards somehow. Hold on. That's what I'm looking for. Boom. Any logic location, whenever entered by a player, any. Change the level. Okay, now where that's going to end up sending you to is the Chamber of Secrets, but we're not doing that quite yet. So I want to make sure everything is working properly before I start linking other toy boxes in. All right, go ahead and save this. And that's already saving, okay. Or is it? No? Okay. Hogwarts after Quidditch, overwrite, save. Okay. Alright. And then we'll run through this one more time, and hopefully this time everything works accordingly. This has been a mammoth undertaking. I had no idea when I first started this build just how consuming it would become, but I've enjoyed it a lot. It's been one of my favorites. One of these days I'll have to put a list together of my top 5 favorite toy box builds. This will definitely be in the top 5, if not the number 1, it'll be up there. Okay. All right. Haggard. Oh, that's good. seems obvious that the text would show up properly, but then when I was doing it the other day, it didn't necessarily save because of the... My guess is because of the level of the memory being eaten up. Really happy with the change of the bridge from what it originally was to this. Much better fit. Technically, you can go either way. And again, this should not be working currently because it's off. Thank you. And I forgot to do the sound effects. Dadgummit. Oh well. So we're still stuck on this. Okay. Let's see if everything else is working.
Fantastic.
Okay. Good. The stone is located in the Chamber of Secrets, but that is below Hogwarts. Read from the Book of Spells for guidance. And it turned off the locator. Oh, look, a Book of Spells. Yes. And again, I loved the scene, and I think it was the first or second movie, I forget which. That's it. We're good. Just got to do the sound effects and turn the stairs on. We'll do that right now. This has been a productive stream. Still a pretty lengthy load in because it has got the full map on it. I'm glad we were able to keep that because I just didn't want to have... We're still going to do one segment map of the Great Hall just so I can do that properly.
Okay, I'm in.
Sorry about that. This is all good. And all we need is to connect. Logic connection whenever entered. My player, any. We are going to turn it on. And also, and lastly, we're going to get off our speaker down here. Logic connection whenever entered. My player, any. going to be, I think it was nature, avalanche. And then over here, go to our properties real quick. Turn that off. We don't want to add a speaker or a locator. It's going to be just in general, and then as loud as you want. I'm going to bring it down to about 50. Still loud enough to hear, but not overwhelming. And that is that. Let's go ahead and save it. Run it one last time. And make sure everything is playing perfectly. After Quidditch. That. Yes.
Fantastic.
Working. Spectacular. might want to add a sound effect to that part right there, but that'll be next. There we go. All right, everybody, that's it working the way it's supposed to work, the way I hope it'll work when I load it into the story format later on. Thank you guys for checking things out. Appreciate y'all stopping by, visiting. For everybody that was in the chat today, thank you guys all. I appreciate you. And don't forget, drop a like down below because it definitely helps get the word out on the channel, and share it with your friends. See you real soon. We'll be right back here with more Disney Infinity. Once again, we'll be under construction. See you real soon.